Welcome back, travelers. As always, we the Improfessionals here to immortalize these stories and characters and hopefully entertain along the way. I'm Joseph, the DM for this campaign, Conflicts of Interest. We're continuing once again. The Rogue Royals, after many adventures dealing with the Black Parade, encountering a dragon, interacting with the Platinum Monastery, working with Talon for a short period of time, the Rogue Royals have headed into the Underdark to rescue the civilians from Shaymin's homeland after they have been captured and taken by the Drogsha under the leadership, under the command of her brother Arthur, who simply wants nothing more than to save her from the tragedy that is life and kill her because he believes they are both cursed. While entering the Underdark, the Rogue Royals faced off against a quite literal swarm of bugs and met face to skull with the Ghost of Faeyra, the violent vigilante, the merciless, cold death, who, surprisingly enough, had a side to them that they weren't quite expecting, as he led them to the still alive Vanessa, who they thought had died during the battle against Rena Ratharanisham, a great ancient red dragon. The group has decided to rest for now, and as they were all settling in, Vanessa's eyes opened. But the excitement quickly waned as only moments later Vanessa was crying out in pain. The amount of damage her body has sustained is brutal. And for the next 2 hours, rather than getting to enjoy the fact that she's alive, you all spent the time trying to comfort her through the pain as Edward did his best with his frost abilities to keep her more or less so in agony. After those 2 hours, she finally was just too exhausted to keep screaming. Edward assured you that this area is safe, that even left here completely by herself, she will not be found by anyone and no one can hear her. But all of you have decided it's best to just rest. And Edward has agreed to keep watch for most of the night. All he asks is to have one person, stay up per shift with him just to keep track of Vanessa and make sure she is doing well enough while everyone else is resting. Tarman has agreed to take first shift, and Nura, wanting to speak with Edward when given the chance, is going to take second. Everyone else, you are asleep. Tarman, while Edward is watching one of the few entrances into this little area, you sit with Vanessa, who is barely conscious, breathing weakly.
Tarman is just lightly has her hand, trying to make sure that he doesn't touch any sore, exposed burns.
The burns consist mostly on her back, around her neck and upper shoulders, and around the lower parts of her jaw to the sides, as well as the back of her upper arm stuff as well, and her elbows. Extremely burned, but tears kind of going down her face. She just kind of looks up. Having everything has been explained to her by Edward, how you saved her because she hasn't been conscious to find these things out. I wasn't expecting to see you again.
I wasn't either.
What happened with you guys after you escaped?
We teleported to Dragon's hideout.
Who's Dragon?
He's a friend. He helped us out when we were trying to get to the Chromatic Legion the first time. He gave me an awesome weapon. I finally have the tool to use it again. I'm so glad you're all right. I'm so glad you're alive.
I didn't think I would be. But I'm glad that I'll get to spend more time. Even through the pain, I'm happy that we still get to be together.
That pain, it will go away. We're gonna get you healed up, cured. Once all is said and done, once every deed is done on this continent, you and I will leave. Make our life.
The best way to help with the burns would be to get to Ryan.
And we're gonna do that.
Constantine can patch me up, and the paladins and clerics could try use their magic to heal Tarmin.
Well,
The scars aren't gonna go away.
that's fine. They tell a tale. Nonetheless, scars, no scars. You look the same. You're as beautiful as the day I met you.
I think one of the reasons I'm able to fight through it is because of my lycanthropy. Well, it's not lycanthropy, so I don't know what the word would be, but because of...
It's still a version of it.
Well, lycanthropy is specifically wolves. There is other kinds of canthropy.
Tiagropathy.
Tigerthropy. But, it's like I can feel that side of myself holding me together. I guess that's another good thing to come out of what they did, huh?
Tarmin lightly brushes her hair. Just to the side of her ear.
Did you guys deal with Talon?
Talon's no longer chasing us. The dragon left, escaped. We couldn't beat him. And we knew we couldn't. I didn't expect you to grab the stone.
I didn't expect you to be stupid enough to pull it out.
It wasn't supposed to be you doing that.
Well,
I was scared.
I wasn't gonna let it be.
When this is all said and done, we'll make that life the life we promised.
I'd like that.
And after all is said and done, we'll get married.
I'd really like that.
I love you, Vanessa.
I love you too, Tarmin. She just kind of closes her eyes again, and she seems a lot more relaxed, though still clearly in pain. Edward just kind of approaches you from behind. Let her rest. You should get yours as well. Wake the Goliath.
I'm on it. As Tarmin gets up, goes over to Nura.
Nura, you
And
just walk into the tent. Nura pulling the blanket up. Whoa. Nothing.
As Tari gets close, you hear a zipper unzip now.
No.
No! Oh no! Not again! Not again!
What do you mean again?
What do you mean again? No, Tarmin just does a light tap on his face.
Okay.
Tarmin, you lay down. Nura, you're up. You don't really, like, as mentioned, you don't really have to worry about doing any watching, because Edward is already guaranteed that he can take care of that. So your job is mostly just to make sure Vanessa doesn't, like, start having some sort of palpitations or, like, some sort of go into shock or something. But you can still talk freely with Edward.
So, Edward,
Yes.
a ham sandwich walks into a bar. The bartender says sorry you have to leave. You don't serve food here.
That's a good one.
What do you got?
A cleric, a paladin, and a warlock all walk into a bar. You would have thought that at least one of them would have seen it.
Yeah, I was told a similar joke one time. So, Goliath, a troll, and a dwarf all walk into a bar. However, the dwarf is the only one short enough to miss it.
Not bad. That reminds me of another. A dwarf walks out of a bar. Hey, it could happen.
That is pretty good. I can't do it. I heard that the most uncommon sound in existence is a bard zipping up his pants.
That's not bad. So, this destiny of yours, are you ready to face whatever it is Code has led you to?
I want to say yes. That's just something that weighs on your shoulders when you're the last of your kind.
You have lost something you never even knew you had. I've done the same. A part of me I didn't know existed. Burned at the stake. Gone. Leaving only me. My crusade. My vengeance. It is of my God's design. It is the purpose as to why I still walk this earth. I believe your purpose is in that cave, waiting for you.
What do you know of the Dawn King?
Little. Only small, simple story.
It would still be more than what I know.
The Dawn King was a warrior likened to the Reinhardt. A warrior of powerful, violent tenacity. Would stop at nothing to ensure victory. And would do anything to protect his own. Does that sound like someone you can be?
It's hard to answer. Never been given the choice to be anyone other than that.
Though I am a devout worshipper of Tyr, I'd know the difference between blind following and true worship. Are you sure of which you are doing?
Or thinks on those words. It's hard to say. I truly have known nothing else.
Continue to think on that, Harbinger. Awaken your friends. It is time to go.
You might want to cover your ear sockets. Nera cups his hands together, using a special technique. He imitates the sound of a thunderbolt striking the ground with his mouth.
Everyone,
That's when you all
wake up to a very loud bang.
Again, it's just the sound. It didn't actually happen.
Yeah.
Shaymin grabs onto John and looks up.
John just kind of jumping up. Oh,
Tarmin leaning up with his pistol out.
Just getting up, just jolted awake, just looking around.
All need to wake up. Time to get moving.
Edward approaches Shaymin.
Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready, Freddy.
Today is the day you decide if you can snuff out that flame, or if yours will be snuffed out.
As he starts walking into one of the pathways,
If I snuff out his flame, it'll snuff mine out too.
Way down we go.
Shaymin is going to follow.
Faeyra's gonna follow. Conga line.
I take one last look at Vanessa before heading out.
We're not bringing her.
she
Why
is
would we
not
bring
in
her
this
to
in a
the
state, definitely not in the state for a fight, and not in the state to really be moved right now.
We love you, Vanessa!
He's still asleep.
Like, what's to stop her
burn.
from like getting eaten by like fucking spiders?
She's gonna burn a little heart into the wall.
Hang on. Matt, shit. Edward is promised that the area that he has her in is very, very secure. Like, it's very, it's got no openings, but like the way in and the way that you're heading now.
Besides, who would eat her? She's overcooked.
God damn!
But Tarman,
Cash, you take 24 mental damage.
but Tarman, are you?
Before they leave,
Yeah.
Torm looks back at Vanessa, and as he follows, he will say a quick prayer just for Pelor to protect her.
I'm gonna put a little heart on the wall.
Roll religion.
I gotta roll religion to put out. No, I'm kidding.
Man,
Teasing. I'm teasing.
You fuck yourself.
imagine asking Jesus if you can tag up a street corner.
With that 19, you feel a warmth on your back. This calming, something you haven't felt since you went down into the Underdark. As you look back, you see she looks calm, she looks relaxed, and you feel that she will be safe.
Tarman relaxes as he follows,
Edward leads
gun
you,
in hand.
Yeah, Edward leads you guys through this very kind of cramped pathway for what seems like an hour before there's this one pathway kind of a bit to the right and straight upwards, and then another one like sharp to the left and down. And he says that the way that we're going is the upwards way, the slight right. So you guys follow him up that way until reaching a overlook area where you see a Faeyra sitting at a fire.
She's going to run over. Dad!
You're here. Good.
She gives him a big hug.
Edward has spoken with all of you. Then, as he hugs back. But at where he's sitting, you guys can look, and what you see is what appears to be an Underdark city. Something familiar to you, Shaymin. It looks like a whole ass fucking city underground with these stone pillars, kind of like these completely natural pillars kind of holding the ceiling above it together. But you see that rather than citizens and things walking through, you see various races, demons and Underdark creatures and various other fiends kind of wandering through, wearing with weapons, wearing armor, and you can see them still kind of taking certain civilians and things towards like the west side of the city. And Afara kind of points that direction. There are 3 holding chambers. The west. Opposite in from where we are. 3 holding chambers containing the people from our home, and all the civilians of this city that they've overtaken here.
Okay.
Edward has promised me that he can handle getting one of those containment areas open and freeing. We're going to have to separate to do this correctly.
Okay.
I suggest that I and young John go with you, Shaymin. While
Got it.
Kesh, Nura, and Tarman all go together for the middle one. There are at least 2 guards blocking both containment cells.
Got it.
Once they're free, we need to lure them around and to the exit. As he points at the, pathway that'll be leading down towards the city, need to lead them to it. Then we will guide them, give them direction to where, as he looks at Tarmin, where Vanessa is resting. That area should be safe enough for all of them to wait for us.
All right.
I haven't seen him yet. In the days that I've been here, not once have I seen him.
Talking about that, I sensed a flame here, and I don't know if it was yours or his.
Well, I wouldn't worry.
What should I do if he's here? Should I lead him away?
If he is here, I will handle it.
I love you, Dad, but I don't think you can handle that alone.
Shaymin, you are not a fighter. Not like that. Your strength comes from your heart and your mercy. That is why I cannot allow you to face him on your own. If he arrives, we will fight together.
Okay.
But in the meantime, our plan is not to fight at all. If we have to, we'll cut them down, but... Shaymin, I have a job for you. As he ignites 2 fireballs in his hands. Now I know that you are not going to use these offensively. There are towers along the northwest. Towers that can be used to cut them off so that they cannot follow quite as easily. As he places these fireballs in your hands and they kind of swirl into smaller flames that you're able to grip, and they kind of lock into your own key flames. There are only 2 of them, 1 for each hand.
What about my feet?
What? No.
I can fireball with my feet.
Shaymin. Use, if it comes to it, if the Drogsha become aware that we are here, you will attack the lower portion of the towers and it will block them off. That's the best we've come up with as far as the plan.
At a game, how far away are each of these holding areas? Or they're all pretty close to each other?
So they're all to the west. One is closer to the northwest, which is where those towers are and where him and Shaymin and John will be going. There's one kind of center, straight west. That's the one that they're directing you guys to, and then Edward says he'll take care of the one that's southwest.
Okay, just so we wouldn't be in talking distance.
No.
Okay, then I would like to use Psychic Whispers to create a telepathic link between.
Ooh.
I'm gonna regret this, Shaymin.
No.
And Edward.
Oh God.
I don't want to know what's in his mind.
Just the screamings of the guilty.
Alright. You have 6 hours for that too.
Yep.
Edward feels that connection.
No mind games.
No mind games. This is just to make sure we can talk to each other.
Chippy, Lex said Saloon.
I'm already regretting this.
Edward.
I have a limited amount of mercy.
Alright, are we all in agreement of the plan?
Uh-huh. If something happens, I go kaboom on towers.
Of course, Nura, if considering that we are aware there are only 2 guards per holding cell, you could also simply watch the opening gate yourself. Allow Kesh and Tarmin to do the sneaking and the taking care of the guards if you wish. Just a suggestion, but if you would rather go with them as well, that is perfectly fine.
I have no idea what you just said.
So instead... God damn it. So rather than you
Yay.
going with Kesh and Tarman to the middle holding cell, since there's only 2 guards per holding cell, like 2 head guards, you could stay behind since both Tarman and Kesh are pretty good assassins. They shouldn't really need the help. You could stay and watch them exit. So even if they do start getting followed, you can, because you're really strong.
Oh, yeah.
You should be able to hold off at least a handful of these fuckers.
It's clubbering time.
But that's a suggestion. You don't have to do that.
Nerd will say, that's actually not a bad idea. Alright, I'll stay here and keep an eye on you all.
I'll admit most of the planning comes from Edward.
I like that we're opposites. We have fire and we have ice. We have lightning, which is kind of like a substrate of fire, but...
You know what else we are opposites in? I know how to stop talking.
Damn.
Damn.
That was how you really feel.
Hey man, he just gave you a cold shoulder.
I did that joke, don't you dare!
Okay, well, if everyone's ready, is everyone ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Someone's feeling the hot seat.
Okay, Nura, you will not have to. Nura, you will not have to roll stealth. So, Kesh, Tarman, you guys roll stealth, and Shaymin as well.
Alright. 15.
Ooh.
28!
Why is Shaymin's the best out of all of you? Shaymin, I gotta roll for John Boy.
Johnny boy!
Johnny boy.
Okay, with all those rolls, Shaymin, you go off with John and Afara. Kesh,
Yay!
Tarman, you begin. You guys head down and you make your way into this Underdark city. You can still see, as you guys are very, very quietly and very carefully moving through, you guys see that there are still some civilians who have not been quite yet pushed out of their homes, but you literally see some of the Drogsha just breaking down doors, and you see this Underdark Triton woman, deep sea Triton woman, being dragged out of her home, kicking and screaming, and you just see this chitinous, strange, bizarre, dark elf spider hybrid thing, just kind of threatening her with a sword, speaking some sort of undercommon. So you guys continue making through. You see some armored figures traveling through. You see just a variety of races, all under the service of the Tyrannus. But luckily, neither of you were spotted. And eventually, you guys get across the city and find the first of the holding cells. You see that a portion of the stone wall has been taken away, and it's just a massive, chamber, effectively. And with 2 large gates to open it up, but you can see currently the gates are open. You can see they're corralling more people in, but they shut them and you wrap some chain around and lock it tight with 2 heavy, circular, cylindrical locks. But after the guards head back into town, you see this large tiefling man and this muscular Durgar, deep dwarf. They're just kind of guarding the dwarf with this large axe, and the tiefling with this bladed whip, just kind of keeping guard. All right, Kesh, Tarman, what? You guys are well hidden enough to discuss what the plan is. So,
Well, Kesh, there's the gate. There's the enemies. And we need to get the gate open to free our allies.
oh, also,
Any plans?
because one of these guards rolled a natural 1, you just see the Durgar looking at a small butterfly flying through. He kind of reaches out for it as the tiefling just smacks him on the back of the head.
So I take out the guards who lockpick the gate.
You'll take out both of them?
I think I have a pretty good chance. Yeah.
Are you doubting the Whispering Blade.
I have 9 lives.
Well, if you got him, I'll go ahead and go get him out.
I lost 4 of them in Korea, but...
What happened in Korea? We don't talk about.
Okay, well, Kesh, if you want to do this, I would love to hear what your plan is. Or just what you're gonna do.
So, the 2 guards are like pretty much next to each other.
Yes.
I would like to teleport to one of them, stab him with the dagger, then use one of my psychic die to throw another dagger at the other guard.
Okay. You'll have advantage for your first attack.
Okay. That was 30.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
25, so yeah, 30. For the
Yeah.
first.
So you teleport. You just drive the blade through the back of the Durgar, and he just, and as the tiefling's looking over, you quickly summon another blade, a dagger, taking a step back and tossing. Go ahead and roll that attack.
Alright.
Good fucking god, a 30? A 30.
26. Yeah.
You take a step back and you toss the dagger. It goes into his chest, and he goes to grab it before, can't even touch it. And then he just, looks at you with shocked eyes, and then just collapses on the ground. No wounds. It looks like they both had heart attacks. What makes you so goddamn scary?
And I look over the Tarman, and I give him a nod.
Tarman walks over and just kind of smacks the lock with his lockpicks, and let's get it open.
Just smacks.
Just like Spider-Man with the range.
Yep. Just kind of goes up to the lock, just smacks it and opens it.
Okay, yeah, so you just smack it. It's actually a bit more complicated than a simple lock. It's these kind of rotating cylinders. So you get the first one open successfully. It just kind of undoes itself and collapses in on itself. There is a second one, though.
All right, let's do it.
Tarman says, I got a lockpick, pulls out the rifle.
No.
I have failed the stealth mission. And that's a 31.
Yeah, so you did that one even easier. You get it, comes apart. You quietly, as quietly as you can, move the chain. Now, all these people are watching you do this, so you do need to say something to them. You guys have been given the direction for the exit by Edward, so.
Tarman is going to go in and just kind of tell them, shh, you gotta be very, very quiet. We're getting you out of here.
So, Tarman, the entire Underdark collapses on top of you specifically.
No. But Tarman just says, you all need to be quiet when we make our way out.
The few that can understand you, because you're not speaking Undercommon, will translate that to the rest of them, and they'll nod, and they start to make their way out. Give me 1 second before we move over to Shaymin. Okay, Shaymin. You, Afada and John are making your way through the city. Shaymin, a shadow kind of goes overhead. You don't know what it was exactly. But as you're approaching, the guards seem to be less and less plentiful. You see less and less guards as you're moving. And when you get to the cell, there are no guards protecting it.
This is a trap.
Shaymin. John, go.
I'm not leaving.
I'll handle getting the civilians out. You need to go now.
I'm not leaving.
This is not a request, young lady. Go! Shaymin, we need to go and... Oh, shit. As Shaymin, you see guards rushing towards the cell. As Afara reaches out his hand, and the 2 cylinders that are locking this start to melt. We need to go now.
We need to get the people first.
I'm working on it.
Makes sense. I can help you burn it.
No, I've got it. Remember
calmly.
the plan.
Got it.
Shaymin is going to use a fireball at the bottom of that one tower.
Okay. Remember, you're also connected mentally with Kesh. But you create the fireball in your hand and you toss it, and it hits the tower. As that tower begins to collapse, some of these Drogsha were a little forward, so they're gonna have to back off. So they kind of look, and then they kind of jump away. Some of them actually do get past where the tower collapses, so they are on the side that you're on. But having melted the locks and everything, Afara just pulls them off and starts pulling the gate open, and just starts speaking in Undercom and pointing in the direction, and people just start running. Tarman, Kesh, Nura, you guys hear the explosion, and you hear the sound of people screaming and people running, and yeah, it's an immediate, like, okay, alarms are going off.
Okay, this isn't good.
As Kesh, you hear in your head,
I'll go to where Nura is.
Edward will help. No. We need to move. So
Alright.
start heading towards the explosion.
Indeed.
Wait, is Nura close to y'all?
no, you're on the other side at the door, but you do see the explosion. It's up to you what you do next. If you want to go ahead and make your way in, Edward kind of anticipates that either you'll run off, like, towards that, or you'll stay put, so he's going to where you're at regardless, even if you're not there. So there will be someone at the entrance.
Oh, well, as long as there's someone at the entrance.
You don't
Yeah,
know
no,
that, though. I will say you don't know that, Nura.
Oh. Nura sees that and goes, yeah, that's my family. And then sprints off.
Yeah. Okay. Shaymin, Afara, look at you. The other tower is in that direction. I need you to go there, and I need you to set it off before more come.
Okay.
As she starts running over in that direction.
You're all approaching this area, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So you all are making your way. Kesh, Tarman, you actually run into Shaymin.
Here you are.
Can't talk, I have to destroy a tower.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
Guards started to come out of the tower like they expected us. It was a trap. We need to destroy the other tower pronto.
Nura, you arrive kind of where they're at. Like, you're right in the distance, but they see you.
Shaymin is going to keep running towards the tower. She is going to fireball the bottom of that tower as well.
The fireball appears in your hand, and you chuck it. And as you chuck that fireball, something else comes to intercept it.
Oh, fuck you.
As a blue fireball slams into that one, and both of them as the 2 fireballs connect with each other, this massive explosion just in all directions, double the size of a regular fireball. All the buildings are just blown to pieces in that area. Everything, anyone who was there is kind of blown in different directions. Even the ones who managed to actually take no damage, just like Kesh, you get behind a wall, and as the explosion happens, you use the wall, even as it breaks off, to guard yourself. Shaymin, thanks to your armor, and most of this being natural fire, you're able to just kind of take it, but you're still blown back. But Tarman, the burns kind of the flames kind of envelop you, leaving you burned, damaged. Nura, you see this fucking massive explosion as this fire just kind of envelops this entire portion of the city. Shaymin, as you're just kind of wiping yourself off, you see someone walking through the fire. Kesh.
Is she still stealth or no?
Kesh.
Stealth.
Kesh, Tarman, Kesh, you kind of see Tarman, you kind of run over and help him up. Nura, you arrive. As you guys make your way towards Shaymin, a figure falls from the sky and lands in front of you.
superhero.
Oh?
A familiar figure for everyone except for Kesh. You see a familiar black,
God.
fiendish figure.
Remember me.
What is that?
Nura,
Not sure, but I thought we killed it.
Oh. Nura, you should know by now us fiends cannot be killed in the mortal realm. Not without a special weapon such as Cabal's. I don't see any weapon like that here.
That's where you're wrong.
well, no, he's saying that your weapon is not that kind of weapon. You cannot permanently kill him with it.
I know, but he doesn't know about my fucking medallion.
Shaymin, as you see this figure, the silhouette with these purple eyes, he waves his hands and 2 walls of blue fire burn through the buildings, igniting all of the rubble. As Kesh, Tarman, Nura, you just see all the rubble, everything just explode into fire between you and Shaymin. The wall of fire is like almost 100 feet tall because it's just so much fire. All the buildings, everything's enveloped in this flame.
Shit.
Oh, don't worry about your friend.
As more Drogsha members kind of approach from the wreckage around you.
Let's finish our dance, shall we? Looks like we have a new partner.
As he looks at you, Kesh.
Just sighs, and summons up his swords.
As Shaymin, you see your brother.
Arthur,
If only you would have listened to me.
Everyone needs to roll initiative.
Okay.
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 I am alone here.
So this is the entire initiative. There are 2 separate initiatives here, but and certain characters will not appear until next, either 1 or 2 rounds. I'll roll at the start on their rounds. But the first initiative is Shaymin, Arthur, and then Afara, and then John. But Afara and John will not be here yet. And then the second initiative, which is the one with you guys, everyone but Shaymin, is Nura, Tarman, Halabash, the Abishai, Kesh, and then the Drogsha soldiers. Oh, and then at the bottom is Edward, but he is not here yet either. Okay. Well, we're starting off with Shaymin. Your brother is standing in this fiery fucking ruin that he has created.
Arthur, look. We really don't have to be fighting right now. We could have a conversation. I would like to understand your viewpoint just a little bit more. With some tea, maybe? Not surrounded by fire. And you're hurting innocent people.
Arthur,
They don't deserve that.
Arthur stands there, not saying a word to you.
So are you just gonna ignore what I'm saying? You're not gonna have a conversation with me? I am your little sister, after all. Does that not mean anything to you?
It means everything.
Why are you killing these innocent people? Just to kill me? Isn't that defeating the purpose of not hurting other people because of us? Isn't that defeating the purpose?
I haven't killed anyone who hasn't gotten in my way.
Well, why do you have to kill people that get in your way?
Same reason you do.
I don't kill people.
No, but your friends do. What? Just because you have no blood on your hands means that you're innocent.
Yes! It's the literal definition!
But you let them kill.
I tried to stop them.
But you didn't.
I couldn't.
So
Tried to
how
put
do
it in
you- So
distraction.
how do you plan on stopping me?
Alright, there's no more time for talking with him. What, are you gonna do anything? Or do you want to try and do something else?
I think this is a negotiation matter. So I'm gonna try to punch him in the face.
That is an action that you are.
That is proper sibling action.
24.
24 will hit him.
With the
12.
That's more than the 12.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
God damn it. I'm gonna roll the damage for the first one. I hear it, please.
Yeah, David, we're the Ghostbusters, except we make the
I'm gonna use a key point to try to do 2 more attacks.
Okay.
24.
That hits.
And I'm also gonna be using a key point to attempt to stun, and I'm also gonna use a key point to the 3 key points, hold on. Do extra damage.
Oh, the double. Okay.
So I hit him 3 times.
Yes, you did. And then you rolled a natural 1 for one of your attacks.
I fucking saw that! 18, 19, 22, and he has to beat a 19 to not get stunned.
And he's going to use one of his legendary resistances to avoid that.
Oh, fuck you.
As you kind of throw the proverbial hands, as you will.
Yes.
Oh, wow, we're getting right into it, huh?
Uh-oh.
I say those hands are more than proverbial.
God damn it.
That is a 32 damage, Shaymin.
Except for my natural 1?
Yes. So that's not his turn. So Shaymin, you come over, you manage to land a hit on him as you're swinging the other hit. He pulls out his blade and just slices right through your side, really deep in, and you kind of even gasp. But you turn around and you just... The part is most enemies' whole head kind of go flying back each punch, but honestly, he just kind of takes a step back with each strike, and his eyes continue to be locked onto yours. Okay. Okay, and he's gonna use bonus action attack. Then he's gonna use one of his action surges to attack again. That in total is only 3 hits. So he did miss.
Only 3.
Well, he missed a bunch of. Hey, he missed a bunch of other attacks. Oh boy, this is gonna be an intense battle for sure. For
I'm
sure.
gonna be dead on round 2. What do you mean?
31 damage.
Fuck.
As he just kind of uses some fire to shoot himself forward, and he knees you in the face. As he just kind of comes to a stop, he slashes, you dodge that one, but then he stabs forward through your shoulder. He pulls you forward with the blade and knees you in the face, kind of going down and slicing the back of your leg, kind of sending you to the ground, but you manage to roll out of the way of another stab as you get up.
Is this man Shinra?
Yeah, for real.
As there is nothing but this cold soullessness in his eyes right now. So, Nura, it's your turn. There's a multitude of Drugsha and also the same fucking demon dragon man that has been bothering you since the moment the Drugsha showed up. Bro's loyal. Man took one of the worst ways to die possible and then just came back and let's go.
Yeah, he's still clocked into work. That's dedication.
How did he die before? I can't remember.
The wall of fire that Arthur had created, he took him by the Nura took him by the face and pushed him through it.
Ouch! A question: is that one
No,
guy dead, like the tiny tiefling?
Yeah, because as he said, Cabal's weapon permanently killed him.
Okay.
But it's your turn. Yeah. Think faster.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll save the paper. I'll save the wax. I'd just like to lose my shit. No handwritten invitation for this motherfucker.
Nura's tattoos begin to glow. The lightning. I think this. So I need to roll. Is it con? It's con, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow, bro rolled a natural 1.
Ooh.
The guardian.
Yeah,
Don't lie.
Feel the thunder.
The fucking soldiers.
Not gonna lie.
The soldiers are fine.
I ain't gonna lie. This ain't gonna tickle.
I didn't. Yeah. You're just like, you in particular. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I hope you bulletproof because this is about to hurt.
You know who Nura be looking like, Loki? Look! Roll damage for your lightning.
No problem.
Okay, I can't find it, but you know that Thunder guy from Teen Titans?
He takes 7 damage.
That's who Nura be looking like.
7. He takes. So he takes 14 damage.
Oh yeah, I forgot natural 1 crit.
Yeah. And the guards will take half of 7, which is not much.
It's like 3.
Just, yeah, some shit like that. So, Nura, your lightning shoots down. Some of the guards just kind of get blasted, but one blast of lightning just hits this Abishai in the fucking face.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
All right.
Now get ready to eat these hands, bitch.
All right, go ahead.
Cool. I rush forward, and I'm about to rock this bitch's world.
I'm about to rock this man's asshole.
Wait,
Damn.
what do you mean by that?
He dodges your first attack. That's
He
that.
dodged this.
Nope, that hits.
Cool. So I go to swing at his neck. He ducks, but when he turns around,
Roll damage. So you just
he takes
yeah,
damage.
yeah. He dodges the first attack, but you just kind of come around and you slash across his chest. You've already used all of your abilities. Your turn for this turn. That means
that
we
was the
are
turn.
on to Tarmin.
Ah, yes. Now then, I see this stupid, fucking ugly dragon back.
Yes.
And how many guards?
No one rolled perception yet, so I can't tell you that for sure.
Alright, can I do a quick perception check?
Go ahead.
Sure. 17.
It looks to be between. It's a 17. Okay, it appears to be 10 on each of on each side. Which means,
So 20 in total.
yes.
That's pretty cool. Alright. Now, in one question, how close would you say they are to each other?
About 10 feet from each other. They're like kind of set up around the sides so that you guys don't really have a place to run.
I have a habit of bad ideas.
I thought that was Nura.
No, he's the maker of Nura ideas. I'm the maker of bad ideas.
They're neither bad nor good. They simply are Nura.
Yes.
Anyways, what are you doing?
How close are the guards to said dragon?
Like 15 feet on each side.
I pick up a nice metal ball from my bag and just throw it behind good old Cabadash.
Nura about to halabash his face in.
Just right behind, close to the middle of one side and the other, and just right beside Cabbage Patch.
Yes.
And Tarmin takes out his pistol, jackpot, as he fires and shoots the dragon's breath bomb.
Oh, so where is this exactly?
In the middle, both going towards the dragon,
Yep.
left and right. Just trying to get a widespread.
Okay, so everyone needs to make dex saves.
Hence why I said bad ideas.
Hey, remember that explosion we just survived? Let's try again.
You saw the explosion we survived? Want to see us do it again?
Oh no.
24.
16.
24 makes it.
Just want to dwindle these numbers real quick. And
Well, nobody but Kesh succeeded. So.
okay. Shit. Well, you're raging, Nura. You'll be fine.
Oh, you'll be fine. It's just a fucking fire.
Yeah, you're tough.
Think really quick and hard, Tarmin. Yes, he's raging, but this isn't physical damage. Anyways, time to roll this. I love rolling this.
Also, uncanny dodge.
Yes. So, with that uncanny dodge. Okay, so 28 to, Tarman.
Shit.
What the hell?
Which means, 56 to, Nura, to Mr. Halabash, and to the Drogsha.
Sorry, did you say 56 to me?
Yeah. This exploded to everyone.
Tarman
Yes.
will run at Cabbage Patch and stab him in the gut.
Stab him in the cock.
Just love to call him Cabbage Patch.
Come on, come up with some more. You've been doing one. I want to hear all the ones you got.
The Green Goblin.
Not bad, not bad.
18.
Those-
I rolled twice because dice spot I thought was not going to roll it.
It's good. 19. That hits. Roll damage.
Alright, so a 19 to hit Tallybash.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 40 damage to good old Sour Patch.
Yep, 40 damage to Harry Snatch. Got it.
Yep.
Alright.
And Tarman, as soon as he gets close to Kalima,
Yep.
I'm not even going with the rhyme for that one.
Kalima.
Kalima just looks at him.
You betrayed sheep.
You should have stayed dead.
Have a bad habit of that.
And Tarman will also just hand over a potion to Nura.
Take this. Oh! Ooh, interesting. Wow, Halabash is not having a good time. So he managed to miss Nura, then he managed to hit Tarman, and then he managed to roll a natural 1 against Tarman.
So, well, one, I can't even do my uncanny dodge because,
You've already done it.
whoops. Yeah. But since he did that, I'm just gonna go ahead and just do a light whack.
But
29.
29 to hit, that'll hit. Also, he did, speaking of 29, he did 21 damage to you, Tarman.
Yeah, I'm not liking the damage. But then again, like I said, I'm a maker of bad decisions.
Yeah, well, you did, most of the damage was from yourself, so.
Yeah. 33 damage to him.
Very, very nice. So you slash him and he just stabs you. Yeah, he missed Nura completely. Alright, Kesh, it's your turn. Your allies are blowing everyone up.
Yeah, might as well help out. I will go after Harry Osborne. So, with some longbow shots.
I just like, because I didn't want to call him by his name, that we just started calling him random shit.
I mean, you could call him an Abishai, but no, just make up the most.
No, because I would assume we have respect for him.
No, yeah, we're gonna.
No.
Gonna attack Sniff and Scratch.
Oh no.
First attack, and second is a 27.
Mm-hmm. Yes, those both hit.
Awesome. And I'm gonna apply sneak attack the first one.
Good hit on Dip and Dash.
Alright, let's get the backside of the sponge.
Let's get the backside of the spot. The disrespect is unreal here, quite frankly.
Well, he wanted to show his face again.
How dare you show your face in these parts?
So 32 and 10 for a total of 42 damage.
Yes, you just... Do you do the bow? Yeah, so it just goes into him. He checks for a wound. There's nothing there. He looks, you hit him again. He's just ah!
I don't like that one.
Stop that. And as a bonus action, are we nearby to like tall buildings or anything?
Yes, there. Well, hang on. No. There are currently around you, none of the tall buildings survived the explosion.
Okay, so there's nothing I can get, like, height on.
You could try, but most of the things you could get height on are on fire.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, am I able to hide?
Yeah, you could certainly try. Well, if you try, it's going to be with disadvantage because you have 20 not 20, but you have an amount of eyes on you, so.
Then yeah, I'll just stay put.
Okay. That said, he's going to give command. The only one of you that hasn't been injured is Kesh, so he's going to command the Drogsha to attack Kesh.
Just absolutely jumped.
just watch. It's like Green Lantern getting the shit kicked out of him. So, Jesus. Okay, totaled up 63 damage, Kesh.
Oh god.
That's what happens when you have all of the NPC enemies attacking all at once. Okay, Shaymin, we're back to you. Arthur has given you a very literal ass kicking. But you're still up.
She is gonna look over at him. So, I have a question for you. Why didn't you kill me when you had the chance? Why are you trying now? When you could?
Because I, in a moment of weakness, couldn't get over the fact that you're my sister. And I don't want to hurt you.
Well, then listen to that. We don't have to fight.
You just don't understand what your life is gonna be like.
My life isn't gonna be like anything. Why do you assume that my life is gonna be bad?
Because that's all my life has ever been.
Okay, Shaymin. Coming from around you, out of the fire and just kind of jumping off of some rubble, Faeyra arrives and John, both alongside you. Arthur, stop this. You don't have to do this.
Stay out of this, Faeyra. And you. Fuck you.
Damn, what did John do to you?
Yeah.
He's
Like, there was some
meddling
extra
in
venom.
family affairs.
Yeah, that was some venom.
For real, fuck you.
Alright.
Like, bro.
Alright, Shaymin.
I am going to attempt to stun him again.
Okay, maybe it'll work this time.
You have to.
Oh my god!
That's what we want to see.
Yep, I mean, he's stunned. I'm
Yahoo!
gonna give it to you. He's stunned. Yeah.
Yay! Does that hit?
17 does not hit him, no.
I'm going to use a key point to do 2 more attacks. That definitely doesn't hit.
Just
I don't know,
shame.
maybe.
Apologize to him.
Wait, because he's stunned,
Yeah, I was gonna say, no,
wouldn't she?
She only missed one so far. You actually, yeah.
Oh.
I was gonna say that before she just kept on rolling and didn't give me a chance to say anything.
Oh, it's funnier than 25, 20.
You got one more.
I got one more? Oh shit.
Okay, so you hit all but one.
I'm attempting for the 20. Okay, well I got one natural 20, that's fine. He is stunned.
Yes.
And I did not mention this, but I'm doing this. I am going to use a key point to do the 2d10.
Okay. You go to throw one strike and he dodges it, but then you punch him in his solar plexus and he just lets out a gasp as you just land multiple blows. Afara is
The
going...
fuck is a solar plex?
Plexus? That's the middle of your ribcage.
Oh,
If you
have
get
to go
hit-
all technical
If you
on
get
my
hit,
ad.
if you get hit there, it's like being punched in all of your upper organs.
As Keanu Reeves would say, you're breathtaking.
Yeah. So you hit him with that, and he is going to. Afara is just going to blast him with a quick beam of fire, but you actually see it's one of his weaker attacks, give or take. He doesn't go full, like, die on him yet.
Yeah.
John is going to. John is gonna hit. Very good. Very good.
Yeah, John, like, what'd you do to this man to make him hate you so much?
He's meddling in family affairs.
What did he do to make that dark elf that mad?
Okay,
For real.
now moving on as the Faeyra family are jumping the oldest sibling.
We're jumping his ass.
Nura, we're on to you. The Abishai hates this experience.
Plot twist, they're just playing Monopoly.
You guys have already won the fight, and you're just like, how do you think she's doing over there? Oh, she can handle it. Okay.
Okay, I would like to roll either strength and athletic or athletics, to grab this Abidash. I'd like to rock his face into the ground.
Okay. Roll contesting strength. He will try and contest your strength. Oh, come.
Let me guess. I don't even need to fucking roll.
No, I mean, go ahead and roll.
21.
So you try to grab him. You need to make a contesting strength again.
This is some bullshit.
I know. He was like, I've had enough.
Now, what if you roll in that 20? Damn.
That would be, or he rolls a natural 1. That'd actually be. Oh my god!
Why did you? Why
Swear to God, if it's not the nat 20.
No, it was. He rolled a natural 1. You need to make another contesting strength against him again.
This is some bullshit.
Well, no, you
This
just.
is going to be an awesome description.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's very true. God damn it.
Actually, you rolled higher than him. He rolled a 6. So you grab him, and he grabs your face, trying to claw it. He even lifts you by the face a bit, but you kick him in the gut, grab him like by the waist, lift him up onto your shoulders, wrestling style, and slam him back down onto the ground. And he just like literally bounces off the ground like. Ah! That'll be 2d6 plus your strength, just for the spectacle of that event.
2d6.
Just for the spectacle of that event.
14 damage.
God damn.
And that was just the bonus action.
Yeah, he's just like.
Did that leave him like disoriented or stunned at all?
I'll give him a con save. Let me see.
It's almost like he wants us dead.
No, he's alive. He's alive. Not alive. He's up. He manages to get up, unfortunately.
Well, I'll put him back in the deck.
Just no.
That's the first one. Let me roll the next one. Oh, the first one hit. Unless I don't know, does 16 just magically hit?
No, it does not. I'm sorry.
I thought so.
Roll damage. Yeah, I absolutely love that. You grab him, he just grabs you by your face, starts lifting you, kick him in the stomach, grab him by his waist, lift him on your shoulders, just... Tarman, you can see that the Abishai gets stabbed. He's not having a very good time. He's still relatively okay. He's a tough motherfucker, but...
Well, I'm going to go ahead and stab... I'm going to go ahead and rush over and stab Snail Rash.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Very glitchy for some reason right now. I don't know what's going on. But go ahead. You did.
Weather's just bad.
Yeah. Those both hit?
And for my bonus,
Where's my phone?
stab him again.
I'm going to stab you. I don't know when I'll stop.
All 3 of those hit, right?
All 3 of those hit, yes.
27, 25, 21.
They all hit, yes.
Yay. I'll just add this all up.
Go ahead. Oh my jeez.
98
Oh,
damage.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. What?
That's all 3 of his attacks combined.
Is that including sneak attack?
Yes.
Oh goodness, no.
Yeah. You just go over and just start slashing him over and over, and he just coughs blood. Looking at this situation, okay, yeah, he's just gonna...
So, Tarman, for his first 2 slashes, he just aims for the chest, and then for style, just kind of turns and pivots, and then just slams his cutlass down on, like, the bone part of his wing.
Oh God. Okay, he's gonna.
That's what fail crash gets.
Okay, well you're gonna take 53 damage because he's targeting.
Well, let's go ahead and
that'll only
uncanny dodge.
That'll have one of the attacks. So let me look at one of those attacks and half of that. So that'll be 45 damage instead.
Well, guys, I hate to say it, but slumber.
So after he realizes that you are unreasonably powerful, he actually just, as you slash him, he just kind of like falls to his knees from that last strike. He just grips both of his swords and stabs into both of your sides and rips out in both ways, headbutting you to knock you out. And Nura, you need to make a dex save.
I never liked Pirates of the Caribbean.
13.
Fuck you, Johnny Depp.
Oh God!
Hey, no.
You must be an Amber Heard fan.
I was about to say.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I gain advantage on dex saves.
Yeah, yes, you do. Succeeding, you only take half damage, which is 9 damage, so that just puts you to 60.
And I was going to say, I'm also raging, so...
Oh yeah, but it's acid, so...
Oh, that's
So after knocking Tarman out, he spits acid at you. You dodge most of it, so just kind of some of the flakes just landing on your upper chest. Okay, Kesh, Sassy Hash has just completely demolished Tarman for all of the right reasons.
Alright, am I still surrounded by Droksha?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to teleport 30 feet away from you.
All of the Drogsha. It's like the scene with the fucking, like, the scene with the nurses from Silent Hill. You teleport, they all just hit each other.
And I'm gonna take... Fear me. And I'm gonna take more pot shots at the danger booger.
Okay.
Okay, that's an 18. Which I assume does not hit. And that's a 26.
18 does hit, and 26 does as well.
Oh, okay.
Woo! Let's go!
Alright, adding sneak attack damage to this one. That's 34. That's 17 for a total of a lot of damage.
Yeah.
51.
That total is 51.
So yeah, you just teleport and just quick slash. He just is like, ah! Like, that shit really hurts. Okay, so the
Where did you
Drogsha...
get this cat from?
The Drogsha...
Maybe I am getting ripped tonight.
The Drogsha are going to target... Oh, that's a natural 1 on one of their parts. So that'll give Nura an opportunity attack.
Hey, let's go.
One of them still hit Nura, though. And one of them natural 20 Nura. That's not nice. Don't do that.
18 to hit.
Yeah, you're gonna hit them, so roll damage.
Yay.
And... Kesh, 2 of them hit you.
Can I uncanny dodge one of them?
Yes.
Okay.
I will roll all the damage separately for the sake of the bullshit.
I take 22 damage.
Okay.
The face. Like a porn star.
Okay, so one of those is... So, let's see. Total damage you take, Kesh, is 18.
Okay. That is better.
Better than all of the damage all at once, yes. And Nura, taking a single crit, and then that is 24 damage to you. The Drogsha numbers are looking a little lower, which is good.
Then
Gregory,
we'll kill
must
them all.
defeat the Drogsha.
Gregory, shit's fucked.
Gregory, only you can prevent sibling fires.
Oh,
Oh no. Speaking of which, I think it's time to get back to the Faeyra family.
Not quite,
Oh?
because we're going to lose a few more Drogsha here.
Oh, yay.
As 2 axes just come flying through. No, sorry. You see 4 Drogsha get frozen solid, and then axes fly through those 4 Drogsha. One axe through 2, hitting another Drogsha in the head each, so killing 6 total. As Edward is just charging forward, and he is going to attack once more to Halabash.
Hey, say his name right.
I did, yes.
No, say it right.
Say it right.
What, you mean Pizza Crush?
Fat ass.
Moldy bread.
Edward just slams his axes down into the shoulders, pushing down into where the wings are. And one more thing he's gonna do. If I can actually make this work. Edward just pushes it down. Halabash kind of yells. And Edward just goes silent for a second as Halabash is just kind of held there.
Tyr has condemned your soul. And with these condemning frosts, you rest permanently.
As this blue fire kind of envelops Halabash for a second, starting to cover him in frost.
What? No! No, you're lying! No! Stop!
As he's frozen solid and Edward pulls the axes out, you can see that Halabash's eye is still moving in the ice. He looks at Nura.
All yours.
As he's going to charge the Drogsha.
Nura looks at it.
And a portion of the Drogsha also run away.
Smart goons.
Sword goes up, sword goes down. Demon dead.
Yeah, so you just lift up your sword and you stab down onto his head and his body just shatters.
Pray to Tyr, freeze demon, something, profit.
Something.
Profit.
Okay. Well, the Abishai is dead. We are now back to Shaymin. Shaymin, your brother is stunned until... Is it the end of his... Or until his next turn?
Until his next turn, yes.
Okay, so you still have advantage on every attack here.
You're gonna get fucked up here. Okay, so she is going to take this opportunity to just keep punching him in the face. Because maybe he can have a rational conversation when downed.
Beat some sense into him.
In the literalist of senses.
Okay, one hit. I'm using the thing to do extra damage, by the way.
Okay. How many
And I'm also
key
using-
points do you have left?
Not many.
How
4.
many? 4.
Okay, 20. That hit?
20 does hit, yes.
Okay, so 2 attacks hit. Okay, 3 attacks hit.
Very good. Nope.
Nope.
That one misses.
3 attacks, though.
So say at the very end he comes free from his...
30, 24, and 17. Thank God for stunning abilities. So she's just gonna keep punching him while he's stunned.
Yeah, good move. But at one point he just kind of dodges. And he's going to... Oh, one of those is a natural 20.
God damn it.
John is going to take that hit for you.
Aw, baby. The baby.
Oh, boy.
Roasted dog. Huh?
And Arthur, Afara is going to take that hit for you.
What? Is there 2 nat 20s?
Yeah.
Jesus! He didn't like the stun.
Bro has declared death. 32.
That's what the other hits he
Yeah.
take it back. Oh my
As
god.
Arthur just charges forward and he goes to stab, John literally moves and it just stabs into John's side. As John kind of gasps, he pulls that out and his fist ignites as he slams his fist against John, and there's this kind of combustive bang that sends John flying. Arthur's eyes look soulless as he charges. His blade ignites with with flame, and as he slashes, I keep saying Arthur. Afara pushes you out of the way, and he slashes, and Afara's arm goes flying in the other direction.
What?
As he looks, he kind of pauses for a second, his eyes kind of widening. Arthur's, as he looks at Afara.
What the fuck? His arm is gone!
And he just looks at Afara for a second. As Afara's just like, I'm sorry. So am I. As he kicks Afara and there's this combustive blast, Nura Cash, you see Afara go flying through that wall of debris. Just blast through it.
Could I catch him?
I mean, yeah, you could try.
I'd like to.
Roll a dex check.
Okay, is Afara down?
17.
Yeah, you managed to catch him. He's extremely out of it, but he's trying to stand up. Shaymin, Arthur just looks at you, and he pulls out something.
You led me to this, Shaymin. If you would only listen to me.
As you see him holding up a syringe.
None of this would have to happen.
Why do you have a syringe?
We'd both be at peace.
As he jams it into his neck and injects.
But because you couldn't just listen to me.
As fire's kind of coming off of him. And
She's gonna run over to him.
his nails grow sharper. His teeth grow sharp. His eyes become slits as you just see small fragments of scales on his face.
Everyone has to die here today.
As his hands open up, and you see a small ball of fire ignite in both hands. But it's not blue. It's a small white ball of fire. And you watch his hands immediately be burned, all the way up to his elbows, just immediately be burned severely from the heat of these fireballs. And he's gonna chuck one. I need you to make dex saves.
Me or them?
You.
21.
So the first of these white fireballs, as it goes flying past you, Shaymin, you take 2 damage. The heat is enough to singe your face as you see the ground catching to cinder as it flies past you, directly towards where everyone else is. As it comes flying at all of you, Afara steps forward and he puts his hand out and it just stops. And you can see him holding back this immense force of this micro white fireball. And you need to make your second dex save, Shaymin.
Okay, is he throwing it back?
No. He had 2.
18.
He gets ready to chuck this one, but you get close enough, so he's about to just slam it down. So you kick his arm up, and it shoots straight up into the sky. And you all hear it hit the ceiling. Just this loud, echoing boom as you just see this massive white explosion igniting the entire Underdark. And you just see these massive cracks echo across the ceiling, and the ceiling begin to collapse as Afara absorbs all of the power of this fireball into himself until his flaming hair turns white, his eyes glowing, and you actually see parts of his arm beginning to reform out of embers. But the reforming arm starts to collapse again as he grips his chest. You see his chest is glowing. You, Nura and Kesh, you see parts of his body burning as his body can't handle the amount of immense heat. Even his body made for this cannot handle it. Realizing that he needs to, expel this heat as soon as possible, he looks up. Kesh, Nura, you see a massive chunk of the ceiling falling down towards you guys. Afara lifts his hand up, and you see a white burst of flame as the giant piece of rock liquefies into magma, blasting in all directions.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Everyone needs to make... Afara just kind of falls to his knees, holding his chest. He places a hand on Tarmin.
Tarmin down.
Tarmin is down, but Tarmin, you are up with 21 health. As he heals Tarmin quickly.
Get Shaymin. You will need to go now.
What are you planning?
You need to make dex saves. All of you.
Me?
Oh boy.
No, Shaymin.
Or no.
Everyone else. Afara needs
Okay, wait.
Arthur needs to make a dex save.
16.
What's
27.
At least I'll take half day.
22.
Unless you uncanny dodge, then you take a third.
That is true.
That is a thing. That is.
I may do that.
So, 22. Yeah. Yeah. So taking. This is a lot of damage because it's a lot of collapsing. So doing a quarter of that. Quarter of that. Oh boy. Okay, a quarter of that is 7 cash. So you're a rock just. Oh wait, hang on. Nope. Yeah, you can. So while the ceiling is collapsing, Cash, Edward creates a wall of ice that blocks you from that attack. Some rubble lands in front of him, blasting him back. He starts to create a wall of fire of this flaming ice over him. You just see a massive rock land right where Edward is. And as all this rock is just slamming down, Nura, Tarman, you guys are blasted back. As you guys are kind of scrambling to get up, you see Kesh. You see each other. Shaymin, as the ceiling is just collapsing, Arthur grabs your leg and flings you, and he goes to charge at you, but just a massive boulder from the ceiling lands next to him, blasting him into one of the burning buildings. The ceiling just continues to collapse as a massive piece of the ceiling falls towards you, Shaymin, and stops.
Wait, what?
As you see purple lightning echoing, and you see Fang holding this massive chunk of rock up.
She's just gonna look at him.
You and your friends need to go. You can thank me later.
As he just slams it down and blasts lightning, and it just shatters that piece of rock. As he uses all of that force, and he just kind of falls back, lightning flickering as he just transforms back into John, who lands on the ground.
She's gonna go pick him up.
Cash, Nura, Tarman, you see that, by the way. You see Fang as you guys are approaching, but you see unconscious John, and you see Shaymin holding him. Cash is unconscious currently. Nura, Tarman, what are you guys doing?
Tarman is gonna go ahead and activate his bear tattoo in haste as he rushes and grabs Kesh by the collar.
Okay.
I will grab John.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand him to you.
Okay.
She's gonna look for her father.
Amidst the rubble, amidst the flame everywhere, just this whole Underdark city that was once beautiful and brilliant, overtaken by the Draksha and destroyed during this battle. You do not see traces of any life, and as the ceiling continues to collapse, you fear that there may be less and less per second likelihood that anyone will survive.
She's starting to hyperventilate a bit. I'm not leaving without him.
I grab Shaymin and book it.
I am not letting you grab me.
Contesting strength, Nura, you're still raging, so you have advantage.
19!
I have advantage.
22, yep. So even as you kick and struggle, he holds on to you and he runs to the exit.
She's going to punch his shoulder. I said let me go, god damn it!
As you
Or
guys
is just carrying John and Shaymin, staying silent.
you guys
I'm
bear
not gonna forgive you!
you guys seem to barely make it out as you run up the pathway into where Afara's little campsite was, overlooking what was once a city is now just flaming ruin as the ceiling finally stops collapsing. And you can see, like, as you look up, you see a whole nother cave that was above this that is just now visible above it. And silence. The sound of flame. You can hear the civilians still making their way down the other path towards where Vanessa is, but where you are, there's just this echoing of burning and chatter from them and silence.
She's gonna wriggle her way out of Nura's grip and run towards the entrance thing.
You run
It's
towards
collapsed.
the entrance and you see blue flame, and your heart skips a beat before you see the skull. And in his arms you see Afara.
She is going to go over there and help him out.
You see part of Edward's skull has been like cracked, and you can see his armor is damaged, his shoulder blade, his arm is kind of lower than it should be, he's limping. He kind of literally collapses to his knees, Edward does, but he places Faeyra down before kind of laying against the wall himself, just looking, you know, undead, but worse than undead right now.
He's undeader.
Thank you.
Don't thank me.
Faeyra just looks, but looks extremely weak, like pale, and he looks thinner, like his muscle was burned to an extent by holding in all that flame.
I told you I wasn't going to die on you.
Fucking idiot. She's just gonna, like, pick him up and hold him.
Oh, that hurts.
Can somebody get something soft for him to lay on, please?
All of you don't really have time to say anything. As Shaymin, this cold chill runs up your spine. And as you look at the entrance, holding his side, blood literally pouring out of his side, holding a short sword, you see Arthur.
Arthur? If I go with you willingly, will you leave everybody alone?
Edward kind of stands up, kind of limping over to everyone else.
You know what you have to do, Shaymin. You want me to stop. You want this to be over. You know what you have to do. Stop being a goddamn coward and do it!
As you move, Nura, Edward places his hand in front of you. And he looks at you and he just, like, with like his hollow sockets just kind of glares at you. And he looks at all of you. And he just kind of stands between all of you and what's going on.
Can you do it, sis? You think you're strong enough to survive? You think you're strong enough to deal with everyday losses? The pain that this life that you're trying to fight for is gonna give you? You think you have the strength to do that? Then prove it to me right now.
She's gonna walk over to him and open her arms for a hug.
He lifts the blade the moment you start walking towards him, and you see fire echo across it.
I'll kill you right now. You think I won't? You have two choices. Die, or kill me. And if I kill you,
As he just smiles.
I'll kill every single one of them too.
She sort of just stops.
You know what you have to do to keep those you care about safe. Stop being a coward. Come on. It's just you and me. That's what this whole goddamn thing has been about. You want me to stop. You want to protect those you care about. Kill me!
I would like to rage.
Shaymin,
Wait, that's my line.
Shaymin,
Fuck up.
Shaymin, your fists ignite into flame, but it is not your orange, regular flame. It is a bright, violent blue.
She is going to launch herself at him.
As you kind of charge at him, his smile softens as he drops the sword, and that flame that you have on your hand bursts and blasts through his chest. And this smile just remains on his face, this calm. As he looks down, as that smile kind of wanes off, as he starts to fall to the ground.
She just goes to catch him.
You kind of catch him.
At least now it's finally over.
As a tear kind of goes down his face. Fuck.
Shaymin, I'm sorry. I never wanted to hurt you.
years from the life that we've been guaranteed because of the sins of our family.
We could have made a new one.
Even so, maybe you're born for this. Maybe you were made for this. You've always been. As he looks at you, and all that hate seems to be gone from his eyes. Something Mom and Dad never saw, but I always did. You're perfect. I guess I forgot that. You've surrounded yourself with people as strong as you are. People who can take it. But even so, as he grips your hand and just kind of pulls you to him and just stares into your eyes, loss is a guaranteed part of your life. You can't close your heart to it. I tried. It only hurts more. Maybe in some way I did manage to save you. Is it because he just looks down at his chest and looks back up at you? Because now you know what it'll take. What it'll take to protect those you care about.
I didn't want to kill you.
You didn't have a choice. Shaymin, listen to me. You have to fight with everything you have. Every single day to protect those you care about. To love. You have to fight. You have to kill. You have to have the strength to do what's necessary to keep them safe. Otherwise, you'll end up just like me.
You could have made a change, you fucking idiot.
Shut up. You stupid, naive little girl. I tried to live a better life, and it cost innocent people theirs. Because I wasn't strong enough. So you have to be. If you want to brave this life, then you have to be stronger, better. You have to. Keep on living for me, Shay. For me, and for that niece and sister-in-law you never got to. I'm sorry. I love you. As he grabs her hand and his fire starts to envelop into you, absorbing into your body. And Shaymin, as his flames envelop and are absorbed into you, you see glimpses of his memory, feeling his emotions. A simple mission, him trying to steal some jewel or artifact, this tan-skinned elven woman getting in the way. They play this game of cat and mouse, both trying to steal the same thing. You can feel frustration and annoyance, but also this small spark of joy that he's in some way having fun. And the next memory comes, and that same woman he is sitting with, holding each other's hands, the name Adriana comes to your mind. As they smile at each other and you feel a warmth, a happiness. And that happiness grows as the next memory he stands in front of her family and himself. Her dressed in a beautiful gown, and him in the best suit he could find. A joy that you've yet to experience yourself, but an even greater joy later, as you see a little girl, pale, but still tan skin and red eyes. Her name is Ember. You can feel a love and a happiness that you've never experienced yourself. And as more memories with Ember are shown to you, you only feel more of this. More of this love for Ember and this love for Adriana. And then a memory of them all in a house together, as banging on the door you hear guards demanding that Arthur Faeyra let them in, that they have warrants for both her and him. He tries to talk them down. You can feel the panic as he tries to talk them down through the door, but they break the door down. Adriana throws a dagger, killing one of them, so they fire a crossbow bolt into her chest. He runs over. He tries to hold on to her, but watches the light fade from her eyes. You feel rage and despair as he steps up and he screams, and this blast of fire just envelops everything, killing all of the guards, turning them into skeletons. He looks over and he sees the burned remains of Adriana, and then he looks, and his heart, you feel an indescribable pain as he sees laying dead, lifeless, across the room, caught in the explosion, his daughter, Ember. He screams out, he grabs her, he begs the gods, any god that'll listen. It's too late, she's gone, and as his rage and anguish envelops him, his flames burning him and burning her body into cinders, you feel a true sorrow. Memories of him returning home, but they're quick, they're like flashes. You see your city that you were raised in, and then you see it burnt to the ground. Him in the middle of the city looking at his hands, pain. That's all you feel. And then a much older memory. Young Arthur, confused and nervous as your father walks him somewhere he's never been through the middle of the city. Fear and more confusion as your father demands he's injected with this red liquid which is stuck into his wrist. You feel a pain, a burning, it feels awful, and you feel betrayal, you feel fear. And as the training begins, Faeyra training him until he's puking, Faeyra trying to console him, trying to tell the king, tell your father that this is wrong, and he just brushes him off and demands that if he does not train Arthur to the fullest extent until he knows how to use the abilities that he should have gotten, that he will kill Faeyra and kill the boy. And then you feel joy again. Smaller joy. You see a little girl, a little dark elf girl in a red dress. And you know who she is. As your brother looks at you, you can feel this calmness, this newfound sense of purpose. All of these memories, both from your perspective and his, come flooding to you. A joy you forgot you had ever felt. A joy that he likely forgot as well. Then comes the day that they inject you, and he's kicking and screaming, trying to fight them off, and Faeyra is begging them not to do this. As he watches you squirm in pain, but your flame seems to ignite perfectly. And then they kick him out. Your parents send him away, banish him because he is nothing more than a failed experiment, and you are the perfect specimen. You are the perfect tool, the weapon. They see you not as a daughter, they see you as a weapon. And he is sent away. You had to say goodbye to him. As these memories form into illusion, as you are standing in a white void with Arthur looking at you, as the illusion seems to alter, and instead of adult Arthur, you see that young boy being who was sent away. And as you look down at yourself, you see that little girl who had to say goodbye to her brother. And then you find yourself as that little girl holding your brother, that young boy, in your arms, as his body begins to burn away into embers. And the illusion fades as you, yourself, adult you, holds him in those last moments as his body burns to ash, fading away. And you know somewhere inside of you, Shaymin, that as Arthur's body burns away and fades, so too does that little girl. All that innocence, all that blissful ignorance. Gone. And you're left there, Shaymin, on your knees, mourning someone you had forgot you had ever lost.
Oh.
Maddie, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh.
That's not the voice of someone good.
I don't know why I remember the roll.
That is where we're gonna end session.
Damn.
Are you okay, Maddie?
Yep.
Now, that was heavy, but that was the point. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I hope anyone listening enjoyed it as well. And we'll see you guys for the next, hopefully more upbeat session. Stay adventurous.